Hey everybody, this is the Aggressively Medium podcast with Lee and Josh.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey, buddy.
What's up?
This is episode 94.
Yeah, we had a lot of people upset at us last week
Yep.
that we didn't have an episode, but I'll let you explain.
Sometimes that happens. I don't know. Was there a specific thing? It's just we ran out of week.
Yeah. We have lives, and I have a job.
I have a job too.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. Last week was
just a rough week.
It was,
and,
yeah.
I mean, if we start getting paid doing this,
yeah.
it would probably be a little bit different. So,
Yeah.
I mean, if somebody wants
Our
to throw a
sponsors
couple
would
dollars
pay
out,
yeah.
we might show up every week. But, I mean, we've been doing it for this will be the 94th episode, and there has been like 4 weeks we've missed.
Maybe.
Probably. Yeah.
Together. I can't be plenty where I wasn't there, but
Yeah.
there's only been like 4 we didn't shoot.
Yeah, at all.
Yeah.
And I almost did a best of episode last week, but then I ran out of time.
I did. Hey.
It happens.
Time gets away from you.
Yeah. Also, I'm playing daddy daycare over here. So if I go off camera
Or
for
you
a
hear
second.
squeals and squeaks like that.
Yeah. Right on cue.
Yep. That's, as Lana would say, baby Presley.
Yep. And so if you're a mother who's lactating, probably skip this episode
Anna.
because of all the baby crying that's probably going to be.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
That's life.
Yeah, that's part of it. You want an episode and I got a baby, so
Yeah.
what do you want me to do?
Yeah. We do our best.
Yeah, we'll try. So Lee's probably gonna have to carry a lot of this episode.
That's fine.
Throughout the.
We can just.
Keep going.
Yeah. Man. Baby Presley. There you go.
Yeah. Keep going.
All right. Well, we'll just start off. We'll just run through the list then, instead of trying to do. I can't segue into
Speaking
this.
of babies and middle names.
Yeah. Speaking of people with names, you said have it ready, and I said I would, and I don't. So
This is so standard.
here we go. I'm gonna find it right here. Yep. All right. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
All right.
I've been ready. Born ready.
Okay. So this was on.
Speaking of being born,
Yep.
you gotta have a middle name.
And
to be born.
given a third name. Okay. So this was a question on Tumblr. Do you know what Tumblr is?
Yeah. Let me see it. Is it?
It's
a screenshot of
it's
it?
an Instagram account called The Ugly Side of Tumblr.
Oh yeah, that's Tumblr.
Okay. So it was a question asked on Tumblr. It says, why do people never want to tell you their middle name? Like, who gives a crap? It's not a nuclear launch code. It's your name.
Yeah.
And then somebody said, actually, the practice dates back to the reason we have middle names in the first place. Well, that doesn't make sense. Okay. Sometime around the Dark Ages. So we were not doing so hot
Yeah.
during the Dark Ages.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone believed in witchcraft and wizardry like you do.
Yeah.
A big principle of magic was the idea of true names. If a spellcaster knew your full name, they could do whatever the hell they wanted to you. Of course, people don't want that, but there were enough people with the same first names that you had to give people your surname as well to avoid confusion.
Yeah.
The solution? A secret name in the middle that you don't tell people you don't trust.
That's literally been the whole.
So if there's like 100 Josh Julians,
Yeah,
some
they
wizard
can't get me.
some wizard, no, but
The
they
wizard can't get me unless he knows my first name.
no. Listen,
That's what you just said.
you didn't listen very well,
I was trying.
pal. Yeah.
I'm trying to listen over here.
So if your name was just Josh Julian,
yes.
let's say there's 100 of you.
Mm-hmm.
A wizard can just spout off first and last names until something clicks.
Mm-hmm.
But unless he knows your middle name, he can't do anything to you.
That's what I just said.
No. You were
Yes.
talking about first names. He didn't know your first name. That's what you said.
What's my first name?
Oh, I do. I know it. I don't want the wizards out there to know
Exactly, but that's what I was saying. He doesn't know my first name, so he
because
couldn't.
but the middle name thing was it's a shield name.
Yeah,
from Wizards,
which I've always like that is if you have a kid. I mean, I guess like certain names, like we were gonna name if we had a son, it was gonna be John Walker, and then we were gonna call him Walker. Mm-hmm. But like it gets so confusing to me because they're like
what the name combinations and stuff.
Well, no, just like when I'm like filling out paperwork or something.
Oh,
they're like first name, and I put Josh because
is it
that's
legal
what
first name?
Yeah, legal first name.
That's William.
Yeah. Now the Wizards are gonna freaking find me, dude.
It's gonna happen either way.
I'm gonna have to edit that out.
Your face, your information's all over the internet.
Oh, for sure.
From the different
if you
governments.
If you want my middle, first, and last name, just ask Google.
Yeah.
They've got it.
Siri's got it down.
Oh, Siri's for sure got it.
Josh is just a moment away from identity theft at all moments.
Oh yeah. All my information is on the internet.
Yeah.
I put that
willingly.
Yeah.
Happy about it.
Oh, I've got a Google ad for my social security number if anybody wants it.
I'm sure you do.
I take out ads on Facebook.
Is that not interesting?
Yeah, that is interesting. I did not know that, and it kind of like it makes me feel better. We don't like Jason's middle name.
What is it?
Todd. I know, right?
Can I call him Todd?
No.
Why?
Meg will murder you.
Oh, I don't want that.
Yeah. But so it's Jason Todd, which when he was born and named
JT,
it was because of Robin, one of the Robins throughout the Bible. Batman comic books.
Some people's Bible
was Jason Todd. So
it's a child abuse.
Yeah, exactly.
Todd.
Jason Todd.
Julian.
That like it's just so like it's so abrupt. You know what I mean?
Todd.
Like you're like Jason. Oh, nice. Todd. Oh. Julian. Oh, that's nice.
It's also
again.
one of those double first name.
Jason Todd. It could have been. Yeah. I don't think they ever meant it to be like Jason Todd.
You know what name I really like that has a nickname that you go by?
What?
JR.
JR.
Who's a junior?
Yeah. JR.
Like if we had a son or have a son or whatever, he's going to be junior.
Yeah. Are you going to call him JR or are you
J.R.
going to call
Decker?
him Junior?
Sounds like a philanthropist.
JR Decker.
Yeah.
He
sounds like he came up with something in the 20s.
I'll tell you what it sounds like. Sounds like he's got a bunch of oil out there in Texas somewhere.
A baron of some sort.
Oh, JR. Oh, JR Decker?
You talking about J.R. Decker?
Yeah, JR.
You think
know
that ain't
JR.
on some 100-story building?
JR Decker.
Yeah.
I'd vote for him.
For something.
For something. City council.
Yeah.
Yeah. God. She's over here being cute.
Yeah, that was a big old smile.
She being cute. Yeah, that's interesting. But the unfortunate part about it is now all the Wizards know my middle name. So
yeah. William, Joshua, Julian.
Yep. Lee. I know it, but it's buried way deep in my brain somewhere.
Fine.
What is it?
Oh, I'm not telling you. Them Wizards ain't getting me.
That's fine.
Anna don't know.
Anna does know. So along with middle names, family stuff.
Oh,
You got some stuff on family.
yep. Well, it's just who's a. I've never known what a like second cousin or removed or any of that meant. And I just stumbled across the most succinct, well explained video of who like a family tree.
Okay.
And it was, so I'll just play it
Yeah.
and then we'll have it.
You got to have it loud.
I had a lot of questions on this TikTok. I'm going to go over just this one real quick. So here is me. Here's my dad, my uncle. My uncle's son would be my first cousin. My first cousin's son would be my first cousin once removed. Removed means down by one generation. If my first cousin once removed had a son, he would be my first cousin twice removed. Now, my first cousin's son and my son are second cousins. I hope that clears things up. This is really not why I got into TikTok, by the way.
Yeah. So
That was so succinct.
So, my brother's, my dad's brother, son
Is your-
would be my cousin,
Yes.
and then
Your
his son,
is your
is
first cousin once removed.
yeah, first cousin once removed, and then my son and his son are
Our second cousins. That's it.
There you go. We haven't got that far down in the family tree yet, I don't
Yeah.
think, but
Yeah.
when we did, I think we're getting close.
Yeah.
So
Y'all are welcome for that.
yeah, I appreciate
We're
that.
just trying to help.
And I think so. You showed me that, you showed me that like right before we started,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that we have figured that out before because we were just like we were sitting around just bored and like
Yeah.
trying to figure out. It's like, okay, so that's our second cousin, and that
We drew
I
a
always thought the once removed and stuff was divorce.
It's
Just because
just a
there was so much
generation.
divorce in the South.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my first cousin. Once removed.
removed.
Like they
Used
we
to be
were
my
married
first cousin.
and now we're removed.
Yeah.
They were married once and now we're removed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're an ex first cousin.
Ex first cousin.
like
Once
it.
removed. Yeah.
Do you know how long a generate, like when we say like in 10 generations,
Yeah.
do you know how long a generation is?
I would assume 30 to 50 years.
25.
25. So I was pretty close.
Yep.
Yeah, because that's long enough for you
Having
to
a
have
kid
a
age.
kid. Yeah. Well, having a kid age is like 13, but
Well, yeah, but functionally,
yeah.
25 years is a generation.
Yeah. So, oh no, I've only lived through one generation
Yep.
so far.
Only one.
Yeah.
I just got, 25. I just turned 30. So
Were you thinking you were 25 again?
I was thinking it was 30.
Man, sometimes you wish, don't you?
I don't know what I'd do if I went back to 25.
Yeah.
I'd eat better. I know that.
Oh, I absolutely would not. I
Well,
wouldn't at all.
I'd have to. Because I ain't doing this.
You'd
I
have
ain't
to.
doing this again.
I don't know if that helps necessarily.
Eating better?
Yeah, we'll see.
Just in general, eating better. Drink more water. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah. So I've got a couple of interesting news articles.
All right.
The first one is and some of these are just funny just from the
The headline.
the headline.
Got you.
This is on marketwatch.com, which is normally like a stock
Stocks?
market. Yeah. 40 person brawl breaks out at Golden Corral over reported steaks shortage.
I watched the video of that.
Yeah.
Did you see how
Video.
wild that was?
They got buck wild, bro.
And the person videoed it was just sitting there eating, still watching
Well,
it.
I mean, what you gonna jump
True.
in?
Yeah.
There's 40 people. How you gonna get them all off each other?
I don't know how I'd do it, but I'd find some kind of bucket and just load up with stuff from there. When they're all fighting and nobody's
Yeah,
paying attention.
It's
you
a
get
buffet. You can do that anyway, bud.
No, but I'm talking about a show enough to go box, like a 5-gallon bucket to go box.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'd put in it.
Mashed potatoes and
Maybe.
corn.
You know, one thing that I've been eating lately?
What?
Grits.
I'm not a grits guy.
I was vehemently opposed to grits until about 6 months ago.
Did the taste change for you?
I guess I love them.
So your taste buds do change over
Every
time.
like 7 years or something.
Yeah. Mine haven't changed since I was 7. So still like Taco Bell and McDonald's.
I had Taco Bell yesterday.
Boy, it's so good. Baja blasted it up.
I should have took a picture. So we got Baja Blast yesterday with no fizz. it's like syrup water, and it was that color.
That's gross.
It was pretty. You could soda stream that into a gallon of Baja Blast.
So, y'all just got it when you were at Taco Bell? Did you?
Well, no, it went to the drive-thru.
Yeah.
And then
Did you
she
ask
brought it
for
home. No. She brought it home and was like, the drinks look kind of weird. And I tasted it, and it was...
Straight syrup.
Yeah.
No carbonation.
It was like syrup water.
So, did you know that Mountain Dew has some spiked Mountain Dews coming out? And Baja Blast is one of them.
What was it, got vodka in it or something?
I think it's like a malt liquor type. Well, that's just what those are. I mean,
We want Edward 40 hands it.
well, it's not. That's malt liquor, but this is like any of the like spiked or
White Claws,
all that's considered a malt liquor.
Yeah. Seltzers.
Seltzers are considered, yeah, and I think this is technically a seltzer.
Yeah.
I'm not 100%, and if it is a seltzer, that's going to turn me off from it.
Maybe. If it's seltzery like Baja Blast seltzery, then that's fine.
Yeah, but I think seltzer is just like an
Yeah.
overarching term
You
for
don't
like
like White
club
Claw?
soda.
You love them Mike's Hard.
Those aren't seltzers.
They're not?
No, that's like a spiked lemonade.
Oh.
Yeah, it's carbonated.
I guess that's what I'm thinking of.
Oh,
It's
no.
carbonated.
It's not
over.
yeah.
So
There's plenty of
these-
stuff that is carbon. Like
These aren't carbonated? The Mountain Dew ones?
yeah, I think they are carbonated.
Oh, okay.
But I think they're a carbonated water that is flavored
With
with
Mountain Dew and alcohol.
yeah. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm
Yeah.
interested. 'Cause
There are some Taco Bells that sell alcohol. Have you seen those?
I have not.
Yeah.
What
They
are
have like a bar.
really?
Yeah.
That might not be bad. Go to a Taco
Yeah,
Bell.
you don't have to get an Uber in between.
Yeah, you just get liquored up and then go to the Taco Bell.
Taco Bell, what did they call it? Taco Bell Cantina store locator.
Where's the nearest one?
See if there's one in Alabama. Atlanta, Chicago, Ottawa, Toronto.
How far is Atlanta?
Houston.
Like 3 hours?
Yeah.
You got anything going on?
No. Not that I know of.
Not that I know of.
San Fran, San Diego. There's only like 7 or 8 of them.
Well, next time we're in Atlanta. God, how bad would our wives look at us if we said, we're at the Taco Bell bar?
Yeah. Taco Bell Cantina.
Well,
Watch it.
but we're at a bar that's a Taco Bell.
I bet.
My wife doesn't like me going to Taco Bell,
True.
much less a bar that's a Taco Bell. That'd be bad news bears.
It's like they were like really nice.
Really?
Yeah.
But yeah, so the Golden Corral, all you can eat devolved into an all you can beat at this Golden Corral location. Viral video footage shows dozens of customers punching each other, shouting and jumping, even swinging, throwing high chairs.
Yeah. That's what I saw. Was the
Ben
high chairs.
Salem, Pennsylvania restaurant last Saturday. The food fight reportedly broke out after the buffet ran out of steak. From what I heard, it was all over steak. Apparently, somebody cut in line.
Uh-oh.
So somebody cut in line and got the last steak, and everybody was like, bet.
Well, what do you think? What do you think was going to happen?
A man could be heard saying, all I wanted was some steak in the video, which went viral over the weekend. It led to Golden Corral trending on Twitter Tuesday
For the
morning.
first and last of.
Yeah. The video has been viewed almost 300,000 times. Be warned, there are some strong language.
Mm-hmm. There's some mad folks in that video.
Footage reportedly shows the buffet melee erupting, ironically enough, beneath a painted sign reading, gather round.
These hands.
Then punches are thrown. Many people run away or jump over the chairs and tables to get away. Throwing chairs? God, one person is heard saying. Employees are also shown trying to break up the brawl. If I work at a Golden Corral, I'm not breaking up the brawl.
Unless you're the store manager.
Yeah. Well, then it says, as the angry crowd begins to disperse, the restaurant is left in shambles. We're shutting down for the rest of the day. In my opinion.
Day for sure.
Yeah, we. I'm not gonna be like. Let's
At least they didn't get into slinging food. Well, they're throwing their plates and stuff and tipping tables over.
But they didn't have any steak on it, so it was all right. True. But the instigators could face several charges, including simple assault. In the video,
destruction of property.
I'm disgusted that people even do that in a public place when there's children around. If you're angry about Golden Corral running out of steaks, you should re-examine your life choices, said one viewer on Twitter. Americans fighting each other at Golden Corral over low-grade steaks. We're doing great, somebody else said. But yeah, if you want to find it, we'll probably link it down below. But some of the Twitter comments. I'm not here to make friends, I say, walking into a Golden Corral. As a former Golden Corral employee, trust me, that steak is good. Not sure if it's 2 years probation, aggravated assault with a kid's high chair good. Golden Corral is a competitive mid-major, no respect, because they're in a week conference with Ryan's and Old Country Buffet and Cracker Barrel. Who among us hasn't gotten into a brawl at Golden Corral? I have. My Uncle Gary has. My youth my youth football coach staff and team have.
Well, you got to think though. When was the last time you ate at one of those?
Oh, it's been so long.
They're like $15 a person.
Yeah.
I'm getting my steak for $15.
Well, if they're like, "Hey, we're out of steak," I'm not going to be like, this is Sparta, and start throwing high chairs.
If you got 3 people in front of you and there's 4 steaks left and you're standing there counting it, and then
somebody breaks in line,
some joker.
Well, I'm gonna not let that guy in front of me for sure.
That's
The real winner of the brawl at Golden Corral is the gather round sign. If a fight breaks out at a Golden Corral, we have 6 more weeks of winter. Somebody else said.
I like it.
Oh gosh, that's so funny. I love articles like that. They're my favorite. So there was this is another article that was popping up. Birmingham, Alabama. All right. Teacher goes viral after allegedly having sex during Zoom call. So there's a Birmingham City School employee on camera laying horizontal, then moving back and forth motion. Moments later, a shirtless man momentarily appears on camera. Yeah, there you go. In the video, a woman can be heard shouting, "God, he is beating her guts out." The Twitter video was posted with the caption, "This is why Birmingham City Schools out and virtual. Teachers ain't teaching. No morals. Just throw the whole school system away." It's being said. Oh gosh.
She's passionate about education.
She is. She's so upset about this. It said that the Zoom call in question would be from a COVID conversations hosted by the Birmingham City Schools. These calls included parents, faculty, and staff members. People all over social media are voicing. Some are defending the employee, saying she wasn't having sex on camera. She was getting a massage and falling asleep during the call. Others are outraged, saying the unidentified teacher was definitely having sex on camera and should be disciplined for the video. I think she was already getting spanked, so
yeah, she got something.
So maybe that was punishment enough. But yeah, I mean, I'm not going to do that during a Zoom call. But I could see, like, especially if it's with all the Birmingham City School employees and you, like, log on and then you forget to turn your camera off or something.
Yeah, was she supposed to be at the meeting?
Yeah, she was an employee.
So she she looked at her calendar and said, okay, we got a meeting at 5.
Yeah.
Zoom call. I gotta be there.
Yeah.
So at 4:50, she opens the door for dude.
What could have been her husband?
Or but just like, you forgot?
I mean, I'm not saying you forgot. I'm just saying that like you've got it on and you forget to like mute your camera or mute your video
But
or
you're
whatever.
at work.
Yeah, but if it's like a conference call and there's what 500 employees probably.
I just think double check your camera.
Oh, I would definitely I'm double checking if I'm on a phone call if it's on mute like a big business call or something. I'm not going to be like, because how many times somebody's been like mute. Hey, this guy's an SOB. Hey, I heard that.
Yeah.
Oh, I pressed the 1 button instead of the mute button. I'm always checking.
Did anybody like, hey, Sheila,
I don't think so.
turn your camera off. We see you.
Because like in most of those meetings like that, everybody's muted besides the person who's hosting the call. So her voice was muted. Her video wasn't turned off. So here's another good one.
Beating her guts.
This is another local one. A man cited for illegally capturing an alligator found tied to a trampoline in Northport, Alabama.
Northport. Where'd he get an alligator?
It is tied to a trampoline.
Where did he get an alligator?
I don't know. A 50-year-old Northport man was cited this week for illegally capturing an American alligator. I'm glad they
Thank
specified.
goodness.
It was reportedly found tied with a ratchet strap to the trampoline in his yard. In new court documents filed Monday afternoon, an officer with the Wildlife and Freshwater Fisheries Division of the Alabama Department of Conservation and Natural Resources. How did I get through that whole thing?
You did that well.
Oh, my gosh. She received a tip last September that an alligator was being held captive at a home on Tropic Drive off of Bone Camp Road in Northport. A few days later, the officer reportedly visited the residence where, in plain view sight, there was an alligator tied to a rope and a ratchet strap to a trampoline in the front yard.
It's a trailer park,
Well, of course it is.
by the way.
Of course it is.
Do you know what the adjoining street to Tropic Drive is?
What?
Pius Circle.
Oh, well, this is Bone Camp Road.
Yeah, off of Bone Camp.
Okay.
I'm on Tropic Drive.
Okay.
I might find the alligator.
After the publication of this story, a Northport resident who was able to take a picture of the alligator in captivity submitted the photo. The officer attempted to talk with the homeowner, but no one was at the residence at the time. She then took photos of the captured alligator and reached out to a biologist who confirmed that it was an American alligator before taking it away from the home and releasing it into the Sipsey River.
The Sipsey River? Are you kidding me? They just slid it off down into a river where it's not supposed to be?
No, they're all back up in there. The ADCNR officer was eventually able to make contact with the owner, who verbally confessed that he had taken the alligator from a pond near his work and brought it to his residence. The case was forwarded to a grand jury, which ultimately led to the issuance of a warrant citing the man with a violation, which says that, except when particularly specified and permitted, it shall be unlawfully to possess, take, capture, or kill, or attempt to possess, take, capture, or kill any alligator or skins, meat, eggs, or parts thereof. The man was never jailed and paid a $500 bond and agreed to appear in court about the captured reptile later this year. That's fantastic. Mm-hmm. What's amazing? So without,
do you have a picture of this alligator?
Yeah, without you telling me that it was in a trailer park, I already knew it.
Is he? Does it show you what he's tied to?
A trampoline.
Right. But not okay.
to the leg of a trampoline.
So that's one that doesn't have a cage on it. So I found your trampoline
You found the trampoline in the front yard.
on Tropic Drive.
Can you
That's a zoom.
Street View?
Possibly.
Because if you can Street View, you might be able to see the alligator in the front yard.
Dang, Presley's breathing harder than I am.
She just downed a couple ounces. Are you ready to go to sleep? Yeah, go to sleep.
You can't Street View that road.
The Google Street View car went by there and was like, nobody wants to see
There's a
that.
daggum alligator right there. I ain't sitting around here.
I'm not driving. Yeah. You got to imagine too, and I don't know if this is true or not. I'm sure they get like local people to do it. Like they just send a car over here. But I always imagine it being some guy from California who's like Silicon Valley who's like driving around and he's going in some of these places and he's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Can you see it?
No, but that's got to be it because it's kind of silver. It's faded.
That's the trampoline at least.
Yeah, there we go. Man, don't F with cats. We just did it right here.
Have you seen the Tinder Swindler yet?
I've just put it on my list.
Okay, it's on my list too. Apparently, it's really good.
Yeah.
We'll probably end up talking about that next week.
All right.
So we've got.
Are we on to?
Nah. So I think we've got one more before we get to that. Yeah. So this is something we've talked about on here before. So there's a Christian band called Skillet. Mm-hmm. We both know about it. I don't know how many other people know about it.
Skillet.
Yeah. John Cooper, who's a musician in that group, prominent Christian group, said it's time to declare war on the deconstruction movement, which I absolutely agree with. Mm-hmm. He says it's time for Christians to declare war on the deconstruction movement and teach the younger generation about the basic principles of faith, saying the church has done a poor job. Cooper did not mention anyone by name, but said his comments were referencing those who used to be Christians but now reject true Christianity. Several prominent singers and authors in recent years have said they've left Christianity. The deconstruction movement, according to the popular website, gotquestions.org, involves a process of questioning, doubting, and ultimately rejecting aspects of Christian faith. Cooper made comments during an appearance in the Des Moines, Iowa Winter Jam, which we've all been to, I'm sure.
Winter Jam's huge.
Yeah, it's huge.
It is huge.
That's what
I thought you were being a smart
No, it's huge. They've got one in Des Moines. They've got one in Birmingham, Mobile. They're all over the place.
Gatlinburg.
Yeah. Gatlinburg's a big one, I think. So, yeah. So the deconstruction movement, he said, has divorced Jesus from the Bible. There's no such thing as divorcing Jesus Christ from the Bible. That's not a thing, Cooper said, addressing the young people in the audience. I don't hate those deconstructed Christians. I pray for their repentance. But listen, they have divorced themselves from God, and they want to take as many of you people as they can. And it's time for us and your generation to declare war. God's word never changes, he said, and he offers us hope in a time of a pandemic and a time of people losing their jobs, losing their hope. Cooper wrote a book, Awake and Alive Truth, that examines such modern worldviews as postmodernism, relativism in the view of Scripture. He said, I wrote this book specifically because we have a generation of young people who have not been taught the basic principles. It's not their fault. We just did not do our jobs properly. We need to do better jobs.
Well, that's why these... I know, Presley.
Yeah.
It's upsetting.
Yeah. Deconstruction
It really
is very upsetting.
Well, that's why they're deconstructing in the first place, because they didn't start correctly.
At a good place.
Yeah. That's what happens when you have to tear a building down that's falling apart. Mm-hmm. But that doesn't. Yeah, I saw him bump your head.
I think she's upset because you got a poopy diaper. Or she might need to be burped. One of the two.
Probably burped.
I just moved that cloth off of my shoulder, too.
That's great. As long as it runs off to the outside shoulder, that's fine. When it runs to the neck of your shirt and gets down inside your shirt.
Oh, I've been shirtless before and had it. And that's the grossest.
You know, that's why I sleep with a shirt on now.
Yeah, you told me about that.
And I would have never. There were times in my life where I would berate you if you said you slept with like
a shirt on. Yeah,
like you're a lunatic. Now, I don't think I could do it without a shirt on.
Yeah,
I don't think I could sleep. I'd be too uncomfortable.
At the station, I sleep with a full set of clothes on.
Right. Well, yeah, y'all have to.
You don't have to.
It just keeps
some
you
guys. Some guys
sleeping under the whitey tighties.
Well, yeah, and then they just put their clothes on when they get out of bed,
when the alarm goes off.
Sleep with a shirt on, socks on, and then when it's time to get out of bed, they throw their pants on.
I either have to be sick or it be really cold to sleep with socks on. But
it's so hard, man.
Ugh.
You know about, and I'm sure I've said this on the podcast before. I have special socks
that breathe.
No, that they have ice packs in the bottom of them. So that, because my feet get blazing hot with or without socks, like in bed, it's the weirdest thing. Like I'll lay in bed and then all of a sudden it's just like my feet are on fire right now.
Yeah.
And so I bought a pair of socks off of Amazon that you just slide these ice packs into them and then they cool my feet down and I can go to sleep and not be super upset at night.
Do they condensate? Like, are you putting little ice packs from the freezer?
Mm-hmm. I usually like leave them out for a second so that they get that frost on them, and then I'll wipe the frost off
and then put them on you.
And then put them on me. Yeah.
Well, that's wise.
Yeah. They're fantastic though. I love those socks. But
speaking of deconstruction,
that's exactly why I did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did we get there? How did we get from deconstruction to socks?
Oh, no, I meant the next.
Oh, we're on to drama nerds?
No. Highlands.
Oh, that was before deconstruction. Well, how did we get from socks to anyway?
I was trying to do deconstruction and then Highlands. Yeah.
So, yeah, you gotta be with the deconstruction thing. You gotta because you don't want to tell people, "Hey, don't work out your faith."
Yeah, because I had a deconstruction phase and it strengthened my faith.
But let's not call it deconstruct, because that's got too many. It's a buzzword.
It's got a negative connotation behind it. I agree.
It's like saying you're an anti-vaxxer. Well,
yeah.
No, I mean, yes.
Yeah.
But no.
Yeah. I'm not anti all the vaccines, just this one particularly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, because you've got to. I don't know. You've got to let people work it out.
Yeah.
But also, it's almost like there needs to be like guided deconstruction.
That would have helped me. I can tell you that.
Think like, okay, I'm going to learn about physics with no teacher.
Yeah. And I've never taken a physics class. I don't
know anything
base.
About physics.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or I grew up being taught physics incorrectly. Now I'm going to figure it out correctly with no help.
Yeah.
I think you need some help.
Yeah. I think
I would.
I think that's true. I think that also though, so I had a book that helped me through it, which was I Don't Have Enough Faith to Be an Atheist. The Bible helped, but then I had books.
I Don't Have Enough Faith to Be an Atheist. You read that whole book?
Yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I have too. It's huge.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
It's a good one. Oh no, it's a good one, but it's not like a 400 pager.
No,
it's
no.
Two something. It's a good one.
I think it was like
it's 8, a big
9
book too,
hours,
so
something like that.
Dang.
On Audible.
I Not that you didn't get the same content I did.
Yeah.
I just like you read it that fast.
Yeah.
8-9 hours. Took
Somebody
me like
else
a week
did.
to read that thing.
Somebody
Yeah,
else
yeah.
read it in 8 or 9 hours.
Okay, no, that book's fantastic.
Yeah, that book's really good.
But then that goes like guided deconstruction. The only reason you're doing it is because we have this idea that like I need to be fully in charge of the way I understand something. It's all about my personal views about like you don't get to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that, but if you've got a bunch of questions and there's somebody that you've listened to that's made you question it more, then like, yeah, you should have an understanding. I mean, the Bible, welcomes that. It says you should have questions.
Yeah. Yeah. Christianity is not fragile. It's not going to be, you're not going to break it down with a couple of questions.
Yeah.
It's
And
not-
I think we've had somebody else on here before too that talked about like you think you're the only person that's ever questioned Christianity.
Right.
Like now there's this deconstruction
been questioned since the day
movement.
it started.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, I think it would be nice if we had some way to like walk people through deconstruction. Maybe that'd be a good small group
Yeah.
to like help people through deconstruction or
Yeah.
if you have questions, and it really is just about questions.
Yeah.
But I mean, I had people that
It's about questions and being hurt by
Yeah.
people in the church,
I think that, yeah.
which is valid. It's not, but
Yeah.
like you don't get to say none of this is real because your youth pastor was mean to you,
Yeah.
or
Well, then your faith is built on something else.
Right.
It's not built on
right.
faith and the word at that point. But yeah, it's deconstruction I think is a good thing because it helps you understand your faith more.
The idea of it is good.
Yeah, the idea is great.
It depends on are you being honest with yourself that you like. Okay, if I actually work through this and I'll do it for real, or
Yeah.
is it like I'm
This is a way
trying
out.
to find reasons to not? Yeah,
Yeah.
It depends on what you're.
I always went back to it with like I want to make sure that this is true.
Yeah,
Not that I never stopped going to church. I never stopped praying in that time. I mean, it was a darker time in my faith,
yeah,
but I never stopped doing the things because that's faith.
right.
And if you don't do those things, then you don't have the faith. And it's like, okay, it's built on a sand. You built your
Yeah.
castle on sand.
If you don't feel like going to work, you go to work.
Yeah, you still go to work unless
Yeah.
you're you, and then it's whatever. But
Yeah, you can start a business from scratch.
yeah.
Presley. I'm just looking at that slobber hanging off her chin.
I got it.
Yeah. That's life. But anyway, deconstruction, Christianity, our church, Church of the Highlands, has had, I don't want to call it a program because it's an accredited college, but they have an accredited college like seminary, leadership academy, school.
through it, didn't you?
Yeah, I did it.
Yeah.
Years ago. It's completely different now, obviously, because we did it where we would drive to Birmingham and sit all together
Yeah.
in not a school setting. It was
Yeah.
just like a big lecture. Church of the Highlands just opened their new facility for Highlands College in Birmingham, and it cost $50 million. And they paid for it with cash.
Which is a lot of money.
$50 million. Yeah, it's quite a bit of money. It's half of Joe Rogan's entire Spotify contract, if you can think of that.
Which is a lot.
Which is a lot. So they paid for it with cash, and it is a state-of-the-art school.
Real school.
Real school, accredited.
It's the old Grandview Medical Center.
Yes,
Yeah.
on 280 in Birmingham. We also have a campus there,
Yeah.
a church campus there. But so they renovated the old building, or they tore it down and built a new one. I don't know.
They renovated it.
So they built a new school,
Yeah.
$50 million. Did you see where the owner of Hobby Lobby paid for like $30 million of it or something?
Well, not that.
Well, no, he did that. That's what's...
No, he's doing the student housing. They're building dorms, and Hobby Lobby paid a bunch of money.
Oh, I thought Hobby Lobby guy paid for part of this 50.
I think, no, I don't. If I'm remembering it correctly, he paid for part of the dorms that we're going to build.
But it was like millions and millions and
Yeah.
he wrote a check.
Oh, yeah.
He wrote a check for it.
Yeah. Multiple millions.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Tens of millions, I think.
Yeah, I think it was it was a bunch.
If I could Google it, I would, but
I don't know.
both of my hands are.
You can trust us. It was a lot of money. Millions of dollars. But the Highlands posted it on social media.
Yeah.
The first comment. I want to read it. I want to make sure I have it right. I texted it myself. I got it. Top comment about Highlands College building opening. Think of how many, or not the top comment, the very first comment.
Mm-hmm.
Think of how many people you could actually help with $50 million.
Yeah.
That's like that. So the exact.
Was that the devil? Did they call
I guess
was it
there's
the
a first
comment?
one. Yeah.
The profile was the devil.
The devil.
Yeah.
Satan himself.
Yeah.
That's the first and last name.
Yeah. What was his middle name?
I probably won't tell you.
They don't want them
Wizards
wizards after.
wizards and magicians after.
Yeah.
I don't. You're ignorant. That's first off.
Well, I mean, it's
because if you say that comment to any like a medical school,
yeah,
you know how many lives you could save with the money you're teaching these kids how to save lives with?
yeah.
Like, are you an idiot? I think you might be an idiot.
And it goes back to like, okay, so if we're talking about people getting deconstructed in their faith, who do you want them to lead through that? You
Yeah.
know, do you want them to get podcasts?
Yeah. Do you care about church 20 years from now?
Yeah.
Because if you don't train staff and pastors and stuff, you're not going to. That'd be like, why are we wasting time practicing for this football game?
Yeah.
Why don't we just spend money on equipment and like, wait a minute.
That's the.
Wait a minute.
We gotta. Why do we have all this coaching staff?
Yeah.
Why are we paying money for coaching staff? Let's just get out there
They
and play
know what
football.
they're doing. They can come up with the plays.
Yeah, they can figure it out. They
Yeah.
played in NCAA
It's
a couple
so
times.
stupid. It's stupid. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, and so
Because, like, okay, so let's say, like, let's just make it reasonable. Let's just say we're working with $100. We're working with $100 here. Mm-hmm. I can either buy you $100 worth of fish, or I can spend that $100 on
fishing poles,
a pole and an afternoon, and me showing you how to fish.
Yeah.
But we only caught a couple of fish. We didn't catch $100 worth of fish.
Yeah.
So it's a waste.
But I'm gonna know how to catch fish
My gosh.
after
That's
that.
the stupidest.
And so we actually had some friends from out of town come this past Sunday, and they showed that video. And like, I don't know where they are in their faith. I don't think they're Christians. I knew they grew up Catholic, but one's a lawyer and one's a school teacher. But I could just like, in my head, I was like, I could see like, just when you bring somebody to church for the first time, you're like, I can see all the places where they could be like offended or hurt or whatever. And one of the things that I said to them, because I could just see somebody being like, they just spent $50 million on a school. They're about to make bank with all these tuition. But here's the thing is if you look back at like the legacy offerings and stuff like that, their plan is to make it to where it's tuitionless.
Yeah.
And so that can't be,
It can be tuitionless right now.
Yeah.
They have so many scholarships. John Maxwell put like $1 million towards a scholarship fund like last year for Highlands College. So like,
yeah. They're trying to make it to where it's not a moneymaker. They don't
Yeah.
want it to be a moneymaker.
No.
They want you to go out.
If Highlands was about making money, they wouldn't have ARC and Grow and all the stuff where they give out free
Dream Center.
resources. Yeah.
How much does it cost? Oh.
Jeez.
For a dream center,
Yeah.
So if you're not familiar with a dream center is essentially a medical facility
Yeah.
in, or no, that's Christ Health Center.
The Christ Health Center downtown.
Christ Health Centers, yeah. How much does it cost to put a doctor in a low income area?
Yeah. More than one doctor.
More than one. Like you paid for a whole clinic that they don't have to pay a dime.
Google free clinic cost. And then tell me Highlands is about making money.
Yeah, they're paying doctors and medical staff,
Nurses.
and buying medical equipment,
Yeah.
and testing equipment and all kind of stuff, just so that somebody can go there for free. But we're in it for the money.
Yeah.
All the tornadoes and disasters
And like, yeah, it's all about
we've got boots on the ground that night.
it's all about having money, and we just spent 50 million of it.
Yeah, and we just said, hey, we just
For a bill.
essentially, this is a business that's here to make money, but we just literally give everything away.
Yeah.
Are you looking up what it costs to
The
have a
mean
health clinic?
annual budget. It's the average annual budget being like $250,000.
Which is probably pretty low.
Yeah, I would think so.
I would imagine, because like, what's a doctor get paid? $100,000 a year?
Probably not a free clinic doctor,
Well,
but
maybe a good
maybe
one.
I don't know. I have
Maybe
no
a
idea.
good one,
I don't
like
even know
the
why.
Highlands one.
I don't even know why I said that. I have no idea what
Like
I'm talking about.
Highlands is
Yeah.
paying a doctor.
Well, but we partner with like a doctor who's like a really well known one too.
we're
Yeah.
paying.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're paying him. Yeah.
How do free clinics make money? Free clinics rely on donations for financial support. They don't make money.
Yeah, exactly.
That's,
And we don't ask for donations.
and instead of donations, it's tithe money.
yeah, we don't ask for donations.
No.
So, suck it, unbelievers.
Mm-hmm.
That's such a gay thing to say.
Well, dude, I'm telling you what, one of the things that really stuck with me about Highlands that doesn't hit everybody the same way, but how they're like, yeah, you can see how we spend all the money.
Yeah.
That's
I'll
we'll show
yeah.
you right now.
I'll tell you what got me is not necessarily like, hey, let's.
That wasn't what got me.
Yeah. Well, this is one thing that hit me was not like, hey, you can see where all the money's going, but like witnessing how much money is being spent on things that will never make the church a dime, which
Right.
they're not there to make a dime.
Right.
Like all the money that they're pouring into the communities. We're in 19 prisons.
Yeah.
You think prisoners pay tithes?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Do you think they pay us to come in there?
No. We're 19 of them.
Yeah.
And we're just like, hey, how many are there? Let's keep going. Like,
Yeah.
and that was another thing that, so I saw like we had, I guess it was the 21st anniversary service.
Yeah.
And they were doing like all the different campuses. And so they were showing a video where it was just like, it was showing all the campuses. And they were like, oh, I guess that's like how many churches they have. And then my immediate reaction was, yeah, we're also in 19 prisons.
Yeah.
Like,
And he makes sure to say that.
oh yeah. Well, and it's not just like, because I've been to churches before where it was like we have a prison ministry,
Yeah.
but like all it is like we do a service on Sundays, or if it's that.
Yeah.
But this is like it's a full campus.
Yeah.
They have small groups, they have prayer, they
Yeah.
have anything that you would find in a normal campus other than freedom.
Yeah.
Well, freedom groups.
Yeah, they have those. Yeah.
But yeah, it's not about. If you think that Highlands is out to make money, then we're the worst business.
Yeah. We're not good at it.
No, we're not good at making money because we'd be like, oh, you just gave us $20.
It's the same
Let me burn it. You
same
know?
with Pastor Chris being racist.
Yeah.
He's a bad racist.
Yeah, he's a horrible racist.
Yeah. Who's bad at personal fortune.
Yeah. We've got like 5 minutes left.
Okay. That's fine.
This is just a thought that I had.
All right.
And it's something that I can't unsee now that I've thought about it, is actors and actresses. those were all drama nerds in high school.
I've had this thought many a time. Brad Pitt was a loser.
Yeah, they were all losers.
Matthew McConaughey.
Unless they went to like the High School Musical school where it's like cool to be, or Glee.
But that's why those are TV shows, because they don't exist.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. All these people were nerds, and now I can't unsee it. Like every time I see somebody
Jennifer
on screen,
Aniston had no friends.
Yeah. Anytime I see somebody on screen now, I'm like, all I can picture is them in high school getting like the snot kicked out of them.
Getting a swirly.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
all I can think about now.
Bradley Cooper got a swirly in high
Oh,
school.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Matthew McConaughey. I'm sure there's like a fringe group of people that
The
were
Rock.
like later in high school or later in life were like, I think I would like to be an actor.
Yeah.
But like, you're not just like, oh, now I'm on TV.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I got to do some plays.
Yeah.
I got to go audition.
Off
for a couple-
Broadway.
Yeah.
Musicals.
She asleep?
Nope. Not even a little bit.
Okay. She's just falling over.
Yeah. I've talked to Anna about that because she kind of was one. So was her sister. I'm systematically nipping that in the bud.
Oh, for your daughter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both daughters.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I'd rather them wrestle
I saw a video the other day
than be
of
a drama.
Some girl who was like doing a dance for TikTok. And I sent it to a buddy of mine and I said, I would be more upset at walking in on my daughter doing this than I would if she was doing crack. Like,
She
at
spit
least
up. Yeah.
at least if she was doing crack, I know she's got friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody gave her that crack.
Yeah. Yeah. At least she's got a dealer that would be,
Yeah.
and
she's making money.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Possibly.
From her OnlyFans.
Anyways.
Anyway.
That's the end of this episode.
Oh, one would you rather? Really quick.
okay.
Would you rather be single for life or your parents pick your spouse? That's all I got.
Ooh. So can I pick when they pick my spouse?
No.
Oh god.
They pick your spouse or you're single forever.
Single.
And you have to be single correctly.
Single.
All right.
What do you think?
You don't think you'd let your parents... Would they have picked some backwoods chick from Demopolis
Absolutely.
and live
100%.
next door?
So I remember whenever I was growing up, like in high school and stuff, there's a specific girl that they were like, you should marry this girl. And
She big as a truck now?
no.
Oh.
But I don't know what she looks like now. I haven't seen a picture of her in 20 years. Ever since high school. I haven't seen
Yeah.
10 years, but
More than that.
10, it'd be like,
Because I'm 12 years.
okay.
So
like
you're
13
14.
or 14.
Yeah.
Not 20.
No, I didn't.
I said 20.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was about to say.
I corrected myself.
I hurt your feelings last time I did one of those. I'm not going to do it again. Not for a while.
Not for a while.
Yeah.
Well, anyways.
Man,
She's getting
it's good
fussy.
to be. It's good to be back.
Yeah.
Episode 94. Thank you guys for enjoying our time with Presley,
Yeah.
like we did.
Yeah.
Thank you for letting us into your hearts and minds and your places of work and your homes.
And your butts.